Good morning, children. Today we shall be looking at a poem in our English Marigold textbook for Standard 4. The name of the poem is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. This poem has been written by Ruskin Bond. Don't be afraid of the dark. Now you may all know that we have our own set of fears. Some of us may be afraid of being alone, whereas some may be afraid of some insects or any living creature. And in this poem, the poet is talking about a child who is afraid of the darkness. And through this poem, he wishes to tell the child that there is no need to be frightened of the darkness. Let's read the beautiful lines of the poem. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. And those stars will be shining forever and ever. Be friends with the night. There's nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day, it does seem that our troubles won't cease. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. Now I shall give you a line-by-line explanation of the poem. This poem is present in page number 74 of your Marigold textbook. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark by Ruskin Bond.
Don't be afraid of the dark, little one.
Now we know that generally children are afraid of darkness. Hence the poet begins the poem by telling the child not to be afraid of the night.
The earth must rest when the day is done.
When the sun rises in the morning, the day begins. And when the sun sets, it's night. Here the poet is trying to explain that it is very important for night to come after day. Just as we take rest after a day's work, our planet also needs to take rest at night. And hence, the sun has to go down so that the earth can take rest and all the creatures on it can sleep peacefully.
The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never.
Here the poet says that the sun's light is extremely strong, whereas the moon's light is always calm, which relaxes us after the day's work.
And those stars will be shining forever and ever.
Just as the moonlight is calm and soothing, the poet says that at night there are also stars that shine brightly in the sky, which give us hope and light. And hence the poet says that there is no need for the child to be afraid of the dark night. These are the first 4 lines of stanza 1. Now let's move on to stanza 2 of the same poem.
Be friends with the night. There is nothing to fear.
In stanza 2, first line, the poet tells the child that night is a friend to us and hence there is nothing to be afraid of.
Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near.
Even then, if the child is frightened to sleep at night, all he has to do is that think of his friends, dream of beautiful and sweet memories. These memories will drive away his fears of night and then he can sleep peacefully.
By day it does seem that our troubles won't cease.
In this line, the poet says that in the morning, during the daytime, we are all busy with our work. Whether it is a grown-up person or a child, everyone has to do something or the other. As a result, it creates lots of tensions and worries in our mind. We feel that our problems, our troubles are never ending.
But at night, late at night, the world is at peace.
In this last line of the poem, the poet says that while during the daytime we feel worried, we are overloaded with work. However, at night our mind is at peace. We feel relaxed. We can take relief from our daily work. At night we can dream of different things and thus feel happy. Hence the poet tells the child there is no need for the child to be frightened of the dark night. This was the explanation of the poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Now this poem teaches us many valuable lessons. Children, every one of us have our own set of fears. However, being frightened of them is not the solution to our problems. What we need to do is that we have to face our fears boldly. Only then we can overcome them and move ahead in our life. So we can say that this poem teaches us the value that
we should be bold enough to overcome our fears.
Now let's look at the new words that we may come upon while reading this poem. Please pay attention to their pronunciation and spelling. Afraid, earth, harsh, moonlight, troubles, peace, shining, forever, fear, thoughts, travel, cease. Now let's look at the meanings of some of these words. We shall also try to frame sentences using these words. So here we go. Afraid. It means
feeling fear.
And we can make a sentence.
Sam was afraid of being alone at night.
Harsh. It means
rough or cruel. Jack got tired due to the harsh sun.
trouble. It means
difficulty. Tom was in trouble as the bull was after him.
cease. It means
To come to an end. The war ceased after an year.
forever. It means
Always. Jack and Daniel are friends forever.
rest. It means
To relax. The doctor advised Rina to rest for few days.
Now let's look at the rhyming words. One rhymes with
Done.
never,
Ever.
fear,
Near.
cease.
Peace.
Now let's look at the exercise on page number 75 of our English textbook. which is based on compound words. You may recall that compound words are formed when two or more words are joined together to create a new word that has an entirely new meaning. Now let's try to form compound words based on the exercise on page number 75 of your Marigold textbook. Moon plus light.
Moonlight.
Good plus night.
Good night.
Water plus fall.
Waterfall.
Break plus fast.
Breakfast.
Day plus break.
Daybreak.
Rain plus bow.
Rainbow.
The next exercise is based on opposites. Same page, page number 75. Here we have to find a word in the poem which is the opposite of the following words. War,
Peace.
light,
Dark.
enemies,
Friends.
night,
Day.
gentle,
Harsh.
start,
Cease.
The next exercise is on page number 76 and the heading is contractions. Now what are contractions? Well, contractions are words that have been shortened by dropping one or more letters. An apostrophe is used to indicate the place of missing letters. They are also known as the short form of the verbs. Let's look at some of the examples of contractions and the full forms. Didn't,
Did not.
don't,
Do not.
doesn't,
Does not.
can't,
Cannot.
won't.
Will not.
Based on your understanding of contractions, let's try to complete the exercise on page number 76. Didn't,
Did not.
shouldn't,
Should not.
wouldn't,
Would not.
couldn't,
Could not.
mustn't.
Must not.
I hope you have been able to follow the poem, its explanation and the various exercises based on it. Thank you one and all for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in my next video.